What's up everyone, my name is Weez, and today we're going to be getting back into Assassin's Creed, the TV show. Someone asked me in the last video, they commented, how is this a TV show? And just so we're all clear, I turn Assassin's Creed games into TV shows. So that doesn't just mean I'm filming cutscenes and then putting them into little 20-minute cuts. I'm actually playing the game as the protagonist would. So if I'm playing the game as Edward Kenway, which is season 6 of Assassin's Creed, it's the 6th game. Each game is its own season. But if I'm playing as Edward Kenway, I'm going to be playing loud and proud, right? I'm going to bust in there, fight some Templars. If I'm playing the game as Arno, which would be season 8, I am playing stealth and quiet, and I'm sneaking around and I'm being an OG assassin. And then I take the recording and I edit it into a TV show format so that you can binge watch Assassin's Creed games as a TV show. So it's a perfect mix of cutscenes mixed with actual gameplay, because you're not getting a lot of character development actually happens outside of the cutscenes as well. So if you want full character development along with narrative, along with cinematic cutscenes, that's how you get the full story. So that's what I do. It's a lot of work. Right now, currently I'm working on season 8, which is Unity. So that's going really well. But today, in these videos, we're not just watching the TV series, we're pretty much talking about the history, the characters, the story writing. Pretty much just breaking down what is probably one of the best stories ever told in gaming. Also, you should tell all your friends that you know about a YouTube channel that turns Assassin's Creed games into TV shows, so you can binge watch them. That would help me a lot. So, let's get right into it.
Ezio! What are you doing here?
Also, for anyone wondering, this is actually from Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. I did talk about this in the previous ones, and I'll probably be talking about it more in the future because there's more of these. But I decided to go into Brotherhood, and within Brotherhood are side missions that are Christina memories, but they all happen during the timeline of Assassin's Creed 2. So I just went forward and I recorded all of those Christina memories, and then I slotted them in to the correct timeline within Assassin's Creed 2. So.
I only just came back to Firenze. Look at you. Beautiful as ever.
But, oh, Ezio, it's been 2 years.
And I've thought of nothing but you.
Oh, but Ezio,
What is it?
I'm engaged to be married. My father kept asking me to choose. I thought I would never see you again. It's Manfredo! He's going to kill him! What?
In Tale, he lost money to. He's dragged them out to the end of the new bridge.
Who the hell is Manfredo?
My fiancé!
I do not care about your troubles. Only my money.
But I can't pay you!
Grazie, emissary. You don't know how close. Whoa, hey! Aspetta! What are you doing?
Do you love her?
What?
Do you love her? Christina! The woman you're about to marry.
Yes, I do. I swear I do. Kill me here, and I will die still loving her.
You are never going to gamble again.
Never, Messeri.
You will be a good husband to her. Or I will hunt you down. Kill you myself. I've
always had kind of a theory about why Ezio left Christina behind, because he totally could have taken her with. He could have convinced her to come with. But I think if Ezio took her and they went to like Monteriggioni, I think Ezio would have been more inclined to leave and not stay and study his uncle's library and learn about the Templars and his father's work and everything. I feel like he would have killed the Patsies and then left with Christina and his sister and his mother. I don't think he would have been so inclined to stay and fight. That also means he would potentially never have gone to Turkey, to Constantinople at that time, and met Sophia. And so, well, I kind of wish he took Christina with him. I also totally understand the way the story went, why he didn't take her with him. I don't know if that makes sense to anyone. I also just realized if he was with Christina, he would have never formed a more, I don't know if serious relationship is the word, but he would have not got as close to Caterina Sforza as he did, and because she plays a big role in the second half of Assassin's Creed 2 and pretty much part of Brotherhood, because she is part of the Assassins as well. So it's interesting to understand, like, Ezio, his story could have been completely different if he convinced Christina to go with him.
He's fine. He'll make a good husband. I made sure of it.
What?
She's like, what? He could have taken her with him in that moment right there. So Ezio is still 19 at this point. And he's returned to Florence.
Ezio, you are still alive.
Look at this place. The past 2 years have been kind to you.
But you are not the same at all, are you?
I was hoping you might be able to help me with something.
Anything for you, my friend. Haha! You found another one! How exciting! This one is tricky to break. Clever in its use of ancient languages. Maybe if I just... Oh, it seems to be a manual of sorts for different assassination techniques.
May I see it?
Wait, what's that? It's not so much a design this time, just a series of sketches. What to make of all this? Of course. And why not? What an inspired idea.
Can you make it for me while I try what's in that manual fragment?
Take it. I'll have my assistant set up some dummies for you to practice with. Hey, Vincenzo! I've done it. Come quickly. Look. Take it. Try it.
Thank you, Leonardo.
Non c'è di che.
There's someone I need to see while I'm here. I cannot approach him publicly. Would you know a way?
La Volpe.
The fox.
Shh.
Capisco. But do you know where a fox might roam?
Perhaps near the Mercato, where the thieves dwell. Sta attento, amico.
What? My pouch.
Oh,
my money.
your money! I don't have your money!
Get back here!
Make me!
Return what you've stolen!
Would if I could.
I really have no interest in hurting you. So give me back my money and we'll call it even.
Not so fast.
What do you want? Who are you?
They call me many things. Murderer, tagliagole, thief. But you may call me La Volpe. At your service, Mr. Ezio.
How do you know my name?
It is my business to know everything in this city. Isn't that why you're here?
Indeed. I need to find someone. To know where he'll be before even he does.
Who?
Francesco de Pazzi.
There's word on the street of a caravan just arrived from Roma. A secret meeting at sunset tonight. You can learn something of Francesco's whereabouts there.
Do you know where it is to be held?
Ma certo. Let me know when you are ready, and we'll go. Ah, yes. Here is your money. Follow me. But we must move fast. Think you can keep up?
Nessun problema.
What are you doing back there? I said to keep up with me.
So this was actually difficult because you have to play with the HUD off. So you have to do it once so that you know where to go. Because Volpa is way too fast to keep up with.
Here we are. Francesco di Pazzi is meeting his people inside that church.
How do I join them?
There are catacombs that run under the city. They will lead you to a place where you can eavesdrop on the meeting. Grip that stone handle. Turn it, then slide it down.
Thank you for all your help, Volpe.
Buona fortuna.
I miss all the puzzles and all like the mechanism stuff that they used to have in Assassin's Creed games.
How long do we have to stand here, Saverio? It's so cold.
What do you want, Ilario? Mr. Pazzi is paying us good money to watch the entrance, and the dead won't try to murder us. I can't wait to go home to Elena and tell her how much gold we made tonight.
This was so sly. I didn't even need to kill that guy.
Merda! The door! Keep watch while I go look. This was supposed to be an easy job.
I told you we shouldn't have come here. If I hear anything, I'm running to the other guard post. So help me God. Saverio! I'll be back with the other guards! Run faster! Leave me alone! Have to find a way out. But faster! Leave me alone! Run faster!
I remember doing this more than once because in my mind I had to get him from the air. Like I had to make that happen just because it's so cool. Running up behind him and just getting him doesn't seem as cool as jumping down on top of him.
Benedictio Dei omnipotentis, Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti, descendat super vos et maneat semper.
Grazie, padre. Bernardo?
It's all here. Swords, staves, axes, armor, bows. Our men will want for nothing.
I take this gift to mean the Pope consents.
He gave his blessing to the operation, as long as nobody's killed.
We're all set for the Duomo in the morning, Signore. The bait's been laid, but it wasn't easy. His fool brother keeps changing his plans.
See, we'll need to be on hand to make sure Giuliano even gets out of bed for church tomorrow.
What is it, Jacopo? Do you think they suspect something?
Impossible. The Medici are too arrogant or too stupid to even notice. Likely a bit of both.
Do not underestimate our enemies, Francesco. Or have you already forgotten how your son was murdered?
We'll suffer no such surprises this time, Maestro. You have my word.
Molto bene. I should be off. I've some other business to attend to before I return to Rome. Gentlemen, tomorrow, a new sun rises over Firenze. May the Father of Understanding guide us.
May the Father of Understanding guide us.
Look at that statue. It's identical to one in the Villa Auditore. I think you've stumbled onto one of the assassin's tombs Ezio's uncle mentioned.
Man, that music gives me goosebumps every time. Such a good soundtrack.
Now that we know the way in, I'll tag the landmarks containing tombs in the database.
I know where Francesco will be and when. But
What is it?
I overheard something. They have weapons, enough for a battalion. Even the Pope has given support.
Typical of Sixtus, but... What the hell are they planning?
I couldn't understand the specifics, but it involves the Medici, and it begins tomorrow morning at the Duomo.
The Medici will all be there for Sunday service. Along with the rest of Firenze.
They're going to do it right in the middle of High Mass.
But it's also a chance for me to blend with the crowd, get close, and stop this madness.
If they succeed, if we lose Lorenzo and Firenze falls to the Pazzi...
It will not come to that. I promise.
I hope you are right.
So this again is another historical moment that they recaptured and replayed out in the game, where the Medicis were attacked during Mass. You can actually watch this play out. There's a TV show on, I believe, Netflix called Medici, and in the second season, I believe, this actually plays out where they get attacked and one of the brothers is killed. And then it also like goes through their whole comeback. This entire episode, I'm actually now just realizing, is one of the episodes of Medici.
There's Lorenzo and his wife. There's Giuliano, Lorenzo's brother. But where is Francesco? There he is. Time to strike.
Crepa! Traditore! Giuliano! No! No! In nome di Dio! Vi scongiuro, pietà! Nessuno attaccare! Cane maledetto! Fuori! Fuori! Fuori!
Your day is done, Lorenzo! Your entire family dies by my sword!
I need help!
I also remember doing this, and I killed all the guards real quick, and I was like, wait. I feel like Ezio would kind of stand by Lorenzo and fight with him and try to protect him, and so I actually had to change my thinking on how I was going to actually fight during the scene, which made it a little more difficult, but kind of worth it in the end because it actually shows Ezio protecting Lorenzo. So that's like I talked about in the beginning. I'm not playing this how I would play it. I'm playing it how I think it would happen to better tell the story, right?
You saved my life.
It's nothing. But the man who did this to you has to pay.
Ah! Not now. I need help first. To my home. People I trust there. Can you... Ah!
Hang on, signore. I'm moving as fast as I can.
Francesco de Pazzi! I'll kill him. Cut his legs off. I had hoped contact was working. Andiamo.
Lorenzo has been wounded! Aprite la porta!
What's the password? Poliziano, open the maledetta porta. By the thrice greatest, come in, quickly! The city is at war! Hurry! Wait. I am in your debt. Tell me, why did you help me?
You are not the only one who lost a brother to the Pazzi. My name is Ezio Auditore.
Ah. You're Giovanni's son. Your father was a good man. He understood honor, loyalty.
The Pazzi thugs are storming the Palazzo della Signoria! We cannot hold them off much longer!
No. If they get inside, they'll murder our supporters and put their own devils in power. Then my survival would mean nothing. I have to... Francesco de Pazzi. Help save our city, Auditore. Kill him.
I wonder if Lorenzo was actually part of the assassins, or if he was just kind of an elitist nobility who worked with the assassins because they had an enemy in common. I kind of wonder about that, because in Florence, the Medici wanted to pretty much do away with the nobility, because there was a noble class ruling, and I mean, realistically, the Medici loaning money to the underclass in the city, the artists, the builders, the engineers, those types of people, the architects, they caused the Renaissance. It was pretty much the Medici that funded the Renaissance, at least the beginning of it. I'm not sure how long it went for, or how long they were funding it or behind it, but they really were responsible for kind of tearing down the nobility class at that time period and giving life to the Renaissance. It's really interesting going back to that time period and watching how everything actually played out, like the politics of it all. It was completely different to how things kind of work today. And seeing how a family that was really nothing, who became something, and then used their money to really not just change the city they lived in and loved, but it rippled out to the rest of the world.
Francesco de Pazzi. Brought up as a noble in a city captivated by the newly rich Medici family, Francesco was taught to hate the middle class and its social climbers. Dismayed, he watched as the Medici bank eclipsed his own, and centuries of influence over the Florentine government slipped away. It looks like the Spaniard offered him a solution. Rather than compete in something as dirty as banking, Francesco only had to do one thing for the Templars, one thing to put the middle class in their place for good. Kill the Medici. Giovanni Auditore tried to stop Francesco by putting him in jail, but the Templars took care of that.
You dead! Why aren't you dead? Men! Slaughter him!
Oh, the boy thinks himself a master swordsman. What do you think you're doing? Loyal servant? Lorenzo?
Gods! Gods!
No one's coming. It's just us now.
Maledetto che il diavolo ti porti! Stammi lontano!
Now Firenze will judge you for what you've done.
It's over. It's all over.
Meglio essere felici in questa vita che aspirare a esserlo nella prossima. Requiescat in pace.
I still think they should have figured out a way to keep writing in the whole feather thing. I don't know why. I'm a proponent of the feather thing, like dipping a white feather in the blood of your target and then giving it to Lorenzo or whoever. I don't know. There's something about that just like, maybe it's just nostalgic from the first game, but I really like that whole concept.
Francesco?
So that actually happened. The people basically hung who they thought were the autocrats, and literally hung them from, I'm not sure. I mean, they hung him from the Signoria. I believe it was that building. I'm not sure if this building is the same, but there is, the way they wrote it is, I mean, this is like some serious justice right here, because when you first play the game, you don't really notice these things, but when you go back and you watch it, it's like, this is the building that Ezio climbs up and then meets with his father the last time before they're killed. And so the fact that they hang the people or the guy responsible for his brother's and father's murder from this building where they were holding his family, Ezio's family, it's just like there's some like poetic justice going on here in this scene. And you don't actually click the first time, you know, when you're playing it, but when you go back and you see it again, it's like, hey, that was the building that they were keeping Ezio's brothers and dad in before they killed them, and now the people of Florence are hanging the people, at least one of the people responsible for it. So it's just some nice kind of poetic justice going on there. It's a great little thing to add to the story. Like I've said a million times, the writing back in this time period of Assassin's Creed, it was beyond good. It was so much better than what it is now. Not that the writing now is terrible, but it just doesn't compare to the writing back then.
When I was 6 years old, I fell into the Arno. I soon found myself drifting down and into darkness. Certain my life was at an end. Instead, I woke to the sound of my mother weeping. At her side stood a stranger, soaking and smiling at me. My mother explained that he had saved me. And so began a long and prosperous relationship between two families. Yours and mine. I am sorry I could not save your father and brothers.
You have nothing to apologize for. I believe Jacopo de Pazzi played a part in their deaths. The attack on you as well. I need to find him.
That coward fled before we could arrest him.
Have you any leads?
No. They've hidden themselves well.
They?
Jacopo was not the only conspirator to escape.
If they work with Jacopo, they were surely involved in the plot against my family as well. Give me their names.
Antonio Maffei, Archbishop Francesco Salviati, Stefano da Bagnone, and Bernardo Baroncelli.
Bene. I will go and see my uncle. He has men stationed in the countryside.
Wait. Before you go.
A codex page.
I took it from the files of Francesco de Pazzi, seeing as he clearly no longer needs it. I've always had an interest in things of antiquity, as did your father.
It is meaningful to me as well.
Then consider it a gift. Che il Signore ci protegga.
So, that is going to be the end of episode 4. I think it's really great for the writers. All throughout Assassin's Creed, actually, they use certain techniques to improve the value of the story as a whole. And just right there, they could have not had that scene. They really didn't need it. But they added it in there to show how they used gratitude. Firstly, that was the tool that they used to increase gratitude. Watching so this is kind of like I don't know if it's a secret, but watching one person give or show gratitude to another person who's done something for them, it makes everyone feel good. Not just the people, not just the one showing gratitude to the other people. Just watching it happen makes you feel good. And so it's also another reason I chose to end this episode on that note, with Lorenzo showing gratitude towards Ezio and his father, really his whole family, because it makes everyone feel good, right? It's just got that feel good, like Ezio saved his life and he turned around and showed gratitude and gave him a gift. And it's just like really nice, happy ending to an episode where people die. So again, I could not have done that if the writers didn't write it like that, right? The writers were incredible. I mean, I love Assassin's Creed. Love the story, love the history, love the whole thing. I don't know the names of the people that wrote all of it. All the good parts that I like so much. And that's almost a crime. These people deserve so much more respect and credit for what they did. And on top of that, I would like to go look into some of the other work that they've done, because there's a good chance I'm probably going to enjoy the other stuff they've done. So anyway, that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you share the channel with your friends. Make sure you tell them I know about a channel that turns Assassin's Creed games into TV shows, so you can binge watch the old the OG Assassin's Creed. So I hope everyone has a great rest of your day or evening wherever you are in the world, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye everyone.